Hello everyone, how have you been? How are you doing? Welcome to my channel, Seddy's Diary, where we're building a community of people who want to live and thrive. My name is Sedogon Odamilola. I have to stick to a name, so I'll just stick to Sedogon. And going forward, I'll be introducing myself as Sedogon. Thank you for clicking on this video. Quickly, I just want to share my thoughts on practical ways I think we can thrive this year. Because for some people, they can't wait for the year to come to an end. For some people, it's been a season of uncertainties. For some others, it's been a season of open doors. But whatever the case may be, we can actually live and thrive. I have my notes here because I don't want to go. This video is inspired by a friend. Her name is Rachel. Shout out to Rachel. This morning, I saw her watering a plant, and like 2-3 months ago, I thought that plant was dead. But this morning, I looked at the plant, and the plant is blossoming. I'll probably take a picture of that plant and show it to you. 2-3 months, that plant was really dead, or the plant was looking lifeless, if I may say so. But then Rachel took it upon herself to always water this plant. I noticed she was always watering it. I never even looked at the plant, but I know it's something she would mention, like how watering the plant. And today I looked at the plant, and you wouldn't believe this is the same plant that looked dead 2 months ago or 3 months ago that is now looking alive today. And a word just came out of my mouth, not a word, a sentence. I'm like, anything you pay attention to will thrive. Anything you pay attention to will grow. So that's my first tip. How can we thrive this year? Let's pay attention to any area of our lives that we think, is not there yet, or that we think needs more effort. Let's pay attention to that part of our lives. Bringing it home, you look at you, and I look at myself for instance, and I'm like, oh goodness, like getting a job right now is so competitive. So what can I do? Yes, God is going to see me through. God is going to favor me. On my own end, how am I preparing myself? What are the things employers are looking for right now? What are the things needed? Even if I'm already employed, what are the things I need to move on in my career? I can't just stay employed and sit down there going to work every day. How am I adding value? How am I thriving at my workplace? I need to pay attention. What is the world saying now? Is the world speaking the language of data? The world is no longer speaking the language of only oil and gas. The world is moving to technology, to data, the world is basically evolving, and we can't just sit. We have to evolve as well. So one way to thrive is, frequently do an audit. What way can I be better? What lessons do I need to take? What courses do I need to take? Who do I need to speak to? Which network do I need to join? What set of people do I need to associate myself with? This is not easy, and I'm not saying we should put pressure on ourselves. We should take this a step at a time and just look for ways to develop ourselves. In that way, we see that the area of our lives that looks dry 2 or 3 months ago, like that plant, because we've paid attention to it, because we've put in effort, we see that, and also with the help of God, we see that it starts to come alive again. Even if it is relationship with the person or relationship with God, whatever it is that we think is not looking, so lovely and bubbly, let's pay attention to it. Do we need to, spend more time on the word? Do we need to pray more? Whatever area of our lives generally we think, pay attention to it. As little as hair care, pay attention to it. If you think that your hair is always looking messy, pay attention to it. So the summary of my first point is pay attention to areas you want to improve. Anything you pay attention to will thrive. My second point is avoid comparisons. The energy you want to use to compare yourself with someone else, use that energy to look at yourself and go back to our point one. What areas do I need to improve? And comparison is a very broad topic. I can't touch on all the areas of comparison, but number one is that comparison is a killer of joy. When you're comparing yourself with someone, you can be comparing the morning of your life to someone's night of the person's life. You can be looking at yourself now that, what have I done so far? Like, how come I don't have this or I don't have that? Or how is that person doing this and I'm not there yet? Do you know the work the person has done in the past? Or do you know the generational leverage the person has? Do you know, there are a lot of things that you don't know that is going on in the person's life. So you can't just compare your life to that person's life because you don't know everything going on in that person's life, right? Instead of comparing yourself to that person, so let's say I see someone now that is a great project manager, and I'm like, Sedogon, see where you are now, see that great project manager. It's a good thing to look at someone and say, oh, one day I'm going to get there and even get beyond. That's not what comparison is. Bad is when, I begin to not see anything I have achieved. All I'm seeing is what somebody else has achieved. And once I'm focusing on someone else, how would I improve on my own self? What time would I now have, to better myself as well? Comparison is a killer of joy, is a thief of joy. Like comparison, run away from it. So once you see yourself once you find yourself comparing yourself with someone else, take a step back and ask yourself, why do I think this person is better? In what areas? How can I now improve myself such that I will not be lacking in those areas as well? And also, this life is a race. It's going to be our turn. It's not going to be everybody's turn at the same time, but eventually it will be our turn. As long as we continue to develop ourselves, as long as we remain focused on God, and as long as we associate ourselves with the right set of people, it should definitely be our turn. It's just that the waiting phase is not always so great, but please wait it out. God is never late. He's always right on time. After finding out ways or areas of our lives we need to improve on and avoiding comparisons, I will conclude with, putting in the work. Some of us know what to do, but have we done it? No, I'm talking to myself as well. Like, we know what to do, but why haven't we done it? Like, we need to be disciplined, though, guys. We need to sit up. We need to be disciplined. All these people we see that they look like they're on top, they are so disciplined. Like, they have structures in place for things. So going back to my story on what inspired this video, watering the plants by my friend Rachel. She didn't just say, if I water these plants, the plants will grow and end there. She literally watered the plants frequently. She took it upon herself. It was her responsibility. She took it as a personal responsibility to water these plants. So after saying this is the area I need to improve on, or this is the area, I want to pay attention to, because I've said earlier that whatever we pay attention to will thrive. So the next thing is to put out the work. I need my skin to glow. Okay, now that I need my skin to glow, I'm not just going to look for anybody selling any, random cream. I should actually put in the work and see, what does my skin need? What will my skin react to? Because I realize now a lot of us like shortcuts, and wow, it's alarming. I was talking to someone, right? I was trying to help someone do something and about an exam, and I was telling him, oh, these are the things you need to write this exam. And next thing he told me was, is there any way I can help him write it? I lost it for a while. Like, what? How would I help you write it? You need this exam. Why would it come up to your mind that someone should help you write it? This is just to show the level to which we want to avoid work. We like to see results, but we don't like to put in the work. It's not easy. Like, if you leave me, I want to be on my bed. Right? It's really not easy, but the honest truth is that we can't be on our bed. When I mean bed, I don't mean literally, but we can't just chill all day. We can't chill every day expecting an overnight reward, and tomorrow we'll be asking ourselves like, but why is that person there and I'm here? You will be there, you'll be where you are. You've not put in any work. I'm not going to underplay the God factor, but like, God will help you, and you have your parts to play as well. Someone I know said, any faith that makes God absolutely responsible is fake faith. So yes, you want God to do something, but you have to play your part as well. You have to put in the work. So what are the steps? Talk to people, research. A lot of questions, like, they have answers on the internet, but I don't know why we don't like to Google. Like, especially like young people. If it's for older people, I know that our parents' generation, not all of them are computer savvy, but for young people, let's research these things. There are a lot of things we need on internet, on YouTube. How to. You see a lot of points. Also connect with people that have gone ahead of us in these areas and see how they've done it. And when we replicate same, we'll get the same results. So my last point is that we should be ready to put in the work. Put in the work. Okay? In conclusion, when we see an area of our life we need to improve on, while we try to avoid comparison, we should be ready to put in the work. If we need to get accountability partners, let us do it. It could be a friend, it could even be our phone. Set daily reminders. have you done this today, have you done that today, and you could also set reward systems. So when I do this, I'm going to reward myself with that, whatever would work for you. But in all, before this year ends, every member of this community, let's all make it let's all choose an area of our life minimum that we want to thrive in, and by God's grace we will all thrive in that area. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly remember to subscribe, please share, please comment. I want to know your thoughts about this, and see you in my next video.